hopefully people don't mind a few videos filmed in front of a live virtual audience. I'm having a horrible time focusing, so I need, what do they call it, like body doubling or whatever? I need to be held accountable to actually produce content. We're going to check out some stuff. It's been a long time, but I want to check out some stuff from New England Wildlife and more. Let me give a breakdown of who this is for those that don't know. This is an alternate channel for the YouTube channel Post 10. You may know as the guy who unclogs storm drains for millions of people. Millions and millions of views on videos unclogging storm drains for an extended period of time and doing like camping stuff and whatever. This is his other channel where he ends up trying a lot of insanely old food he finds at estate sales. It's one of his things. He likes buying really old food off of, I guess, like people who died or something. I don't know. We love him here. Big fan, not in an ironic way or whatever. This guy kills it. He's the best. But anyway, he's been doing a ton of these. I feel like he had a pause on the trying really old food for a while. I was doing some like other stuff, but he's been pumping these out, and I've not been catching up at all. So I want to go through some, and I think we're going to do a nice theme of insanely old milk products. That's what I want to do, because he has had a lot of them. Let me see where it starts. Let's do the next quick one. Okay, drinking milk straight out of the 1960s. And I see it's a can of dry milk powder. Let's fucking see.
Hey everyone.
Awesome. Let's fucking get in. Oh, that's a much bigger can than I thought it would be, to be honest with you.
Welcome to the first video of 2025.
Hell yeah. Oh man, what a great video to pick.
Up 1960s milk. This is about 60 years old, this can. We're gonna open it up today and see what it looks like inside. It's a pretty big can. I'm so happy that I finally found powdered milk that's 60 years old. Because now, I'm assuming this is...
First time that sentence has ever been uttered in the history of the world.
Gonna be good. Most dry products are. We've opened all kinds of other things.
That series of words has never been put together.
We've opened soup from the 20s. As long as it's dry, never got a leak of moisture, it's usually fine. So I am very confident this is going to work out today.
It's not going to be any lead leaching into it.
This milk. So it's a very nice can. The front of it has a nice eagle on it. It looks pretty patriotic. It looks nice.
Hell yeah.
And the back of it, I like to see that. There is only one ingredient in this can. Milk.
Oh, I was going to say, what is it?
It's a freeze-dried product. Pretty nice. And I'll give everyone a close-up look at this can. I get comments all
one
the time,
ingredient,
joking around saying
cornstarch.
These experiments I'm doing aren't genuine. Like when I make mac and cheese or make any of these dinners or ingredients that call for milk, people always say, well, you need old milk to go with it. So if this turns out and it tastes good, we're going to preserve all that in mason
Take that,
jars,
haters.
just like we did with the old candy, the Tang, the old coffee.
That's
dating
Tang?
back to the 30s.
I remember him trying the
Tang.
Tang.
Tastes good, and we can do future experiments. And sometimes people like to come over, and it's just cool of them to say, I've tried.
Anyone ever sample?
Old coffee or something like that. Just like when we did the old Quick, the old version of Nesquik, which was actually healthier for you compared to the new one.
Oh, damn. Taking shots at Nestle.
Could have. We also could have used it for the mac and cheeses and other things. Now, I have some other milk. We've opened many, many evaporated milks, sweetened condensed milks.
Fucking
they
milk
don't
theme
last
today.
even as a prepper food. Sometimes even before they hit the
Thanks,
date,
Holly.
I have found out they become chunky. We opened up some of them that are old like these. These are from the 70s.
See, they don't make milk like they used to.
And 80s. Turned into like bright yellow fake looking cheese. That's how nasty and rotten it got. They absolutely stink. We also
Did you
opened
try
some
it?
sea rations with some cheese. It just turns into some nasty stuff. But this is still powdery, so I'm extremely hopeful that this is going to turn out nice. So I'm going to give everyone a close-up look at this can.
You know, I hate to say it, this does look like it was stored impeccably.
Making sure it focuses in nicely in case anybody wants to read. Non-fat, instant, dry milk powder. Very nice label. It's like just a piece of paper. It's not laminated. Doesn't have a plastic coating or anything. So this is what we're going to do today. 1 part milk and 3/4 parts water. So we're going to use this measuring cup here.
3 3/4 parts water. 3 3/4. 3 3/4.
And 3/4 cups. Where's that?
No.
Parts
No.
water. So we're gonna,
1 part milk to 3 3/4 parts.
this is what we're going to do today. 1 part milk and 3/4 parts water.
No.
So we're going to use this measuring cup here.
Don't do it.
3 3/4 cups. Where's that? Where's the 3/4?
It's not enough water.
Oh yeah, right there. 3/4. We're gonna fill it up with water after we measure out just 1 part milk. And we're gonna put one.
Hold on. He did.
After we measure out.
Okay, he pointed to 3 3/4 actually.
Just 1 part milk. Now we're gonna put one in a cup
right?
and put it in the fridge, just like it says for good results. And we're also going to take one and drink it right now.
Maybe he just misspoke.
Does it actually make a difference sitting in the fridge overnight? Right now it's about 2 a.m. in the morning, January 12th, 2025. And
if this takes you out, no one will know.
Wake up in the morning, we'll try another one with breakfast. So it's exactly what we're going to do.
You can't try dry milk from the 60s at 2 a.m. It'll be so long till they find you.
Pretty interesting to see. Usually you don't get nutrition facts, or it calls it the nutrition analysis. Usually didn't get that in the 60s, which is pretty rare. And right there you see the area code. That means...
We used to be a country.
That's the zip code. That means this is from 1963 or newer. So this is probably late 60s, around 60 years old, something like that. See, this has been sitting on a shelf, nice and patinaed, weathered, underneath, nice and shiny. We're going to open it.
Well, you know, maybe this drink's going to be thick. We'll see what happens
when we put it on the shelves for display. All right. We're not going to use our old can opener either, because I want to make sure I don't tear this beautiful label. I'm just going to go ahead and get my... Where is it? Where's my P51 can opener? Here it is.
Oh, yes, my P51 can opener, of course.
But the P51s are slightly bigger. That's what we're going to
Of course, I should have known.
Open it up. It might take a little bit because it's a pretty big can, but here we go.
Y'all rocking the P51?
It's dry powder, but there could be a little bit of sticking because it's just been sitting so long, just like a fire extinguisher that's been rumbling around in a car. You're supposed to flip it like once or twice a year. All right, are we going to hear pressure?
Interesting.
1, 2, 3. Absolutely nothing. All right.
Well, I hope it's not pressurized, I guess. Thank you. Better not cut yourself on 60-year-old.
All right, I can already smell
metal
it.
boy.
I can start smelling it halfway through. Okay, let's
What's that smell like?
get this thing up. All right, I caught that lip in the little hole.
Nice.
There we go. That looks nice. What about the smell? I can
Pure
get a
white.
whiff of it.
I was kind of expecting it to be like a
This
gray.
smells like the cheese in Annie's mac and cheese. If anyone's ever
Damn,
had
that's
the white
specific.
cheese mac and cheese by Annie's,
Shit, should have
this is what
wafted,
this
you're
smells
right.
like to me.
Oh my
Smells
god!
like cheese powder.
Bro's snorting it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's gonna have
what
some
it smells
explaining
like
to
me. So
do.
now we're gonna measure some out, put it in some cups, and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of mason jars.
I like the
and make a
Popeye
funnel
fit he has going
with
on
some of my
today.
printer paper. Look at that beautiful fine powder,
That's what I'm saying.
just like the undisturbed surface of the moon.
Reminds me of that desert level in
I
Halo
assume
3.
that'll probably fit in 5 of them. It looks like. And we're gonna take a little bit of it. Let me get some cups. Okay, one of them's gonna go in the fridge overnight. I guess that's so the little tiny granules can more absorb. I don't know what the difference is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference, but we're gonna find out.
All right.
Let's get some mason jars out.
Fresh mason jars. Right out of the pack.
This milk. What do you guys think? Should I purchase some oxygen absorbers and start putting them in these mason jars? Or do you think it doesn't really make a difference? It's very dry.
I don't know
in the house.
anything,
I'm
but
running
nah.
the stove right now. So down here in the basement, the humidity is maybe 20%. Upstairs, it's like maybe 40, but it really helps dry it out. I don't put a humidifier because I feel like it's really good for all my stuff.
Fair enough.
All right, got the printer paper. Let's try not to
He
make
knows
a
humidity.
huge mess. I feel like
I mean, the
regardless-
next room over, he's got the wood-burning stove
So I'm gonna
that he has hundreds of hours of videos talking about.
probably have to vacuum.
Probably pretty
something out.
dry in there now.
Maybe I should also be taping this, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm going to contaminate this 60-year-old dry milk
Maybe I
powder
should
with
find
some
an
printer
actual
paper.
food funnel. Okay, let's try not to make a mess. I'm gonna have to clean this. This is gonna make like a
If there's like a really old liquid, he does have test strips to check for like lead and stuff.
dust everywhere. Ooh.
He also has the microscope right there for
Now that I'm doing this, it's kind
microorganisms.
of smelling like vanilla.
Someone at the
That is
CDC is
cool.
watching this
The
right
air
now,
bubbles
shaking their
coming up
head.
through it as I tap it around.
Oh, it fucking busted
It's all
out.
right.
Bro, had a little residue.
I'm gonna have to get the vacuum cleaner out. It's all right. Ooh, this
Bro
powder's so
skeeted it.
fine.
It's getting everywhere. What's this powder? 60-year-old milk. I'm going to clean it up in a second. He's already committed to it. Let's let him finish. Hey, wow, I'm up.
Oh. All right, we might need another mason jar, but I'm gonna try measuring it out now a bit. Where's that 1 cup line?
My God, it's still going. What'd you miss? We just started watching New England Wildlife and More. He's about to try dry milk powder from the 60s. Love the Slim Jim glasses. The Steins.
Yeah. these
Cobra
cups
trying to
are
put
gonna
sugar
be
in the
enough.
meat, yes.
Huh.
He
Yeah,
sure can
I'm
open
gonna
a
need
can
another
opener,
mason
unlike
jar.
Cobra,
I'm
though.
only gonna do half in each of those, half of what I was gonna make. So I'll pour. half
Don't
of
back
that
down
into
now.
there.
Who's that? Oh, hey, Dust. I got enough
All
with
right,
the
we're done.
funnel. Wrap it up. Look at the Furby back there. Looks like it's been lobotomized. That's a lot of a mess for something that most people would probably consider a biohazard. The ladybugs are going to love this. The basement ladybugs are going to be going to town on this. Going to be eating good tonight. Surely the other glass is for your lady friend. Okay, come on. All right, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. Do I have to guess which one has the dollar under it?
Clean up this mess before we make it, but sometimes
Wake up. You want some
really
milk?
fine powder explodes. I just want to throw a pinch in here to see if this milk powder will explode.
Is this how it ends? At 2 a.m.? Dry milk powder from the 60s explosion?
No, it's not violent like in a grain silo or something. Boom. It's a little flammable.
What does that mean, like in a grain silo?
Milk powder. Look at that. Boom.
And that's how we know we have a new pope.
I don't know how. It smells like burnt hair. Oh, it really smells like cheese now that it's wet. I've never actually tried powdered milk in my life.
Are we going to flush this later?
I just drank a quarter gallon of milk last night, so it's fresh on my mind of what
Why'd
it's
you
supposed to
do
smell
that?
like.
Get almond.
Now I gotta dry my hands, and I'm gonna carefully wipe out the can so I don't wreck the label.
Listen, I could kill a quarter gallon of almond milk if I got some cookies to go with it.
Alright.
Googly eyes, garbage can. Don't get that wet. Don't get that wet.
Use the sponge.
There you go.
Slightly dampen it.
Only mildly damp. Don't cut yourself now. Oh, snap. tomorrow, supposedly tomorrow, is when Nintendo's going to start shooting out emails to people who signed up to try and buy a Switch 2 from them, prioritizing people with a Nintendo like NSO account who have had it for at least 12 months with at least 50 hours of gameplay. I think those people get priority. First come, first serve. And I believe if you do get an invite from them for that, then you can also pre-order that GameCube controller they got coming out, which I think releases to all NSO members on the 13th. You're the only one buying it. I know. Well, no, I'm not the only one buying it because it's going to fucking sell out instantly. I want the GameCube controller. All right, we gotta wrap this up. Try the fucking milk. Oh, good, it's sink water. Oh, good, basement sink water for our milk.
I'm just gonna eyeball it, not actually measure it, because I feel like that's easier for me.
Gonna be an absolute Pokemon soon. Pokemon likes to go for whatever has the highest install base, so there's a pretty decent chance the next one will still play on the Switch.
Now we gotta stir it. I forgot a spoon, so I'm gonna bring this up to the kitchen with me.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna whip out some absolutely insane thing to stir a beverage with.
I forgot.
Good thing I've got this Aunt Jemima stirrer right here.
I have these beautiful
my 1920s
milk stirrers, a cockatoo and a elephant.
I mean, okay, that's equivalent to what I was saying, pretty much. Whatever the fuck that is.
All right, let's stir this in. It's really thickening fast.
Hey.
This is gonna take a while, I can tell.
All right, I'm gonna skip ahead then, if that's all right.
Say it'll taste better. I feel. Come on up to the fridge. All right, just put that in the refrigerator.
Oh, we're gonna do a cold
now let's
one.
Give this a shot. It's very.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna be so mad if he's.
Years, but any vintage, definitely.
Did he say why he's putting that in the fridge?
Degrees. So that's basically refrigerated already. Yeah, these are sweating. Taste any different?
Okay, he's put it in the fridge to see if it tastes different.
Years. Try this one right now.
Should have just let it fucking play.
Come on up to the fridge. All right, just put that in the refrigerator. Now let's give this a shot. It's very thick, it feels like, compared to regular milk. And what's cool about this?
If I end up uploading this to YouTube, I better not see anyone in the fucking comments section talking shit about this guy. All right,
make it as thick
we
as
protect
you
him
want it
here.
more like a milkshake.
A couple years ago, I uploaded a video watching some of his stuff right here. He commented on it. He's like, huh, "It's like you're making fun, but in a nice way." Cool.
It's delicious. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm gonna drink the whole thing. Now compared to regular milk.
Bro said, "Damn, I'm finishing this glass."
Look, this is more creamy. It also tastes maybe even slightly like vanilla. This tastes like evaporated milk out of a can. That's actually what it tastes like. It's a little thicker than regular milk.
Add water.
Like if anyone's ever got milk directly from a farm, it feels thicker than whole milk at the store. So I guess I could put even less powder, and it would be like 2%.
RFK moment.
It would kind of be like that. I never knew powdered milk is so delicious.
Well, I mean, you could make it as dank as you want it to be, right? You choose the thickness.
I should definitely keep some around because
Charlie.
People might realize a lot of my videos, I don't always have.
Charlie, you picking up a Switch
I've had
too?
to substitute it for things in the past. Usually cans like that of new evaporated milk, or even one time eggnog we had to use as
full
a substitute.
Fat. I forget what
it works.
I think so.
But this is delicious. Anyone
okay.
who's afraid of trying powdered milk, and there's some people that are like, "Ew, that's preservatives and stuff." It's really not. It's just freeze dried. And
He showed the ingredients.
Absolutely delicious. This is just as good as the day it was made because it's freeze dried.
Oh, he's chugging. He's chugging.
I just swallowed a unmixed chunk.
Oh!
I know it's not like a chunk of milk that's been in the fridge a month.
What are we doing with the rest of it? He's going in. He's going in. He's doing this speed round.
Yeah, I'm eating some chunks at the bottom, but still smells like cheese to me, but it tastes like a little vanilla. Even that chunk tasted good. Actually, it tastes like white chocolate.
It's just like, oh yeah, it's cheese broth, but
in one of my other videos, remove it before you drink, because they see me doing this. I don't care.
Gonna jab yourself in the eye. We can't lose you. White
This
chocolate.
would be good for making, like, milkshakes. You could add as much as you want, make it nice and thick.
You know, it's funny he says that.
Awesome. That tasted so good.
Making 1950s milkshake with an actual 1950s canned milk. Okay, all right. The cleanup process. I was gonna see if he like ends up dumping it in the toilet or something. Is he going for another fucking round?
And here we are. Let's bring it downstairs and give it another thorough mixing.
Where's the groceries?
It became really creamy. It looks like it somehow got even thicker overnight. All right, everyone, time to chug a whole nother thing of milk. This one somehow accumulated a really thick, sudsy foam overnight.
Nice.
More airy, more sudsy somehow.
Yeah, because all the fucking bacteria has had time to develop.
Yeah, somehow it actually does taste better.
It got carbonated overnight.
Leaving it overnight.
The milk SCOBY coming in nice.
But yeah. Fahrenheit, about negative 19 Celsius. Oops. It's getting a little full in there. Just wanted to
The
open
milk
it up
mead.
and touch it for a moment. Whoop.
Whoa.
Throw that back in there. Just want to add a piece of wood.
Is this going to involve the milk in a second?
Sleep. Make sure it'll go all night. There's already a good amount in there. That'll catch up in just a moment. Maybe give it a little more.
How do you stop the cat from trying to jump on the wood-burning stove? Oh, I guess by having all those crazy spinning fans on top of it.
Here is always hot. Look at that. Look at that up there. It's always very hot in here. That's
Damn.
The ceiling, though. The actual room is a little bit colder.
That's still 90 degrees.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus
I
Christ.
bought this little oven. I can't wait to try that.
That's going to be good for camping.
Awesome.
I like those
oven
pillows.
There. Give that a try.
Okay. He was just throwing some wood on the fire. That had nothing to do with the milk. Drinking 17-year-old canned milk. Is this not dry?
Hey, everyone. Today, we're going to be opening up this 70-year-old can of milk.
He said, "What's up, New England Wildlife and More Hive? I'm back at it with a new video."
Today, we're going to be
Wee
opening
Mini
up
cameo? Oh, I didn't see the Wee Mini.
70-year-old can of milk, Lactogen, by Nestle. And
Nestle.
it even has a date of production on it.
Oh, that's
from
so rusty.
1953. This was packaged in May 1953. A full
He's
70
drinking
years
this?
in this can. To be exact, it's now been 72 years since this was packaged. It's in a little bit of rough shape. Why is it so rusty? We've opened packages.
It's like a fucking paint can.
Even dating back to the 1900s. And yeah, we've opened ones that have been so bad they've had holes rusted through it. So this is not in the worst we've ever seen, but it was not kept in good condition. So what does that mean for the product?
I see that it crushed in a little bit.
Is it going to be good? We opened milk up not too long ago from the 1960s, and it was awesome. I actually loved it.
Thumbs up.
I never had powdered milk in my life, but that really changed my opinion.
He's referring to the video we just watched.
Product. I know powdered milk has a reputation of being a poverty food and stuff, but you can add as much powder as you want, and you can make it super creamy. It was yummy. I enjoyed drinking many glasses of that 1960s powdered milk.
Many glasses.
This is 1950s powdered
Bro's
milk.
pounding that
Is it gonna
shit.
taste good? It's all about, did moisture manage to get away in here? It's got tons and tons of pitting surface rust, but by looking at it, I don't think moisture ever got into it. If I shake it,
It tried its best, though.
to me, it sounds like there's something in there with the milk. It may have turned to chunks, that might be what I'm hearing. But back in the day, they used to even put paper instructions in a jar with the powder.
Oh.
I guess in the case the outside got destroyed, you'd have instructions inside it. We found that in a lot of old products, like a paper inside it. I don't think that's even allowed these days in the United States. I could be wrong, but I know that like the United States has even banned those chocolate eggs with a toy inside it. You're not allowed to put anything in food anymore here. It's stupid.
Jamie just sent me a picture of, I guess, me sleeping this morning. Let me see if I can show this. Oh, it's overexposed. Hold on, let me turn the brightness down. Laying there, Shadow the Hedgehog Squishmallow as my pillow, apparently with my arm around Holly, which I did not even realize. Bluetooth earbud in my ear. Fell asleep listening to, I think, Wolf Den podcast. I went to bed at like 4 a.m. last night.
Because of people lacking common sense, or maybe a little kid might eat the toy thinking it's also part of the food, but then again, it's just a lack of common sense on the parents. But it sounds like something's in here, and I'm very curious about that. So we're going to break this key off,
Wolf Den
put
podcast?
it on here, hope the tab doesn't break. It's extremely rusty, but I'll give you guys a close-up look at this can. Then we're gonna get to making. All right, up close.
Yeah, I'm not
To
sure
me,
if
it
I'm
sounds
really
like there's something in there, but it could just be the milk clumping together, or even the milk rubbing against rust on the edges of the can. Something in there sounds like it's causing friction, not necessarily just powder in there. Could be wrong. It just doesn't sound normal. Net weight, 2.5 pounds.
All right, come on.
That lead solder was banned, but in a dry product, that's not a concern. If it's a wet product,
So this is
it would leach
powder?
into the food, but it being powdered, it doesn't really have a way of leaching
feelings
into
on
it.
Giant Bomb. Yeah, that was wacky. That was crazy. I've already been subscribed to Jeff Grubb's Game Mess Patreon for like maybe 2 years now. At least a year. So I'm just following along with all that. But yeah, it sucks.
Some of it might rub off, but that's very minimal.
It seems like they're trying to figure out a way that all the same content can like kind of come out in some form. Like all the people are just going to try to like work something out together.
Cause you harm. It even had a bit of nutrition facts. Also, the date is unusual for back in these days. On a product like this, usually does happen.
We got that premium dry 72-year-old milk.
But seeing a production here, and I tried the toy concerned of the time. Let's open this up. Product to have held up.
Like the prime sub try.
1960s milk. The 1960s milk was so good, I preserved it
just subscribed with Pratt.
in mason jars because we can use that when we cook up old recipes so it can be more genuine. Like, someone told me that would make the videos more genuine, but until recently I wasn't able to find these type of things, but I was. And this one right here, if we can make this... I have a milkshake packet from the 1950s also. I want to use this to make that milkshake.
Yes.
Assuming this held up. So,
Oh man, we're gonna have to watch that one probably
here we go.
next time.
So
But
rusty. Yeah,
1950s milk,
It's like I'm touching
1950s
an old
milkshake powder.
rusty vehicle or something I found in the woods. So here we go. Here's a little tab.
Oh, careful!
Pull that
Oh my
out.
God,
Good.
careful!
It's not that rusted. It's just surface rusted, so shouldn't have an issue. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna expose it to air for the first time in 72 years.
Let's
Is there gonna
fucking
be a
go.
suck? Is there gonna be a hiss coming out? We're gonna find out. Yeah, just notice the dents all over this can. This thing is severely dented. This thing has been through.
I'm fucking ready.
lot.
He drinks this, by the way.
Oh, it was under vacuum. Despite the dents, it still had a vacuum in it. And look at that. Look how shiny that is right there.
That's good. I feel like
That is
vacuum's a
already
good
an
sign.
awesome sign. This gives me hope that this is going to hold up. I got to be careful not to mess up the key. These are hard to get back on track
The raccoons.
if you don't do it perfectly even. Look at all the rust falling down onto my hand. and down onto the table. I'll show you that in just a
And
moment.
that's all going to fall right into the
on,
powder,
follow
too.
me. Okay, it's already starting to get a little off track.
ASMR.
Just there. Rust all over the table.
Oh, God, that's going right in the milk.
Time to open it up for the very first time. Yep. Wow. Looks perfect. Look at that. It's shiny as a mirror in there.
Wow.
Let's give that a
Oh, that was packed tight.
Can already tell you, it held up.
Rust milk
100%
mead.
held up. I don't even have to taste it. I can just tell by the smell. Because this smell...
Hear me out. Hear me out. Leave it as is. Pour a small amount of water into it. Put the lid back on and just see what happens when you come back to it tomorrow.
Smells exactly
See if you
the
just get
same
cheese.
as the 1960s milk. The 1960s milk was about 15 years newer than this, but it smells the same. I'm going to compare it the exact same way. It smells like the white cheese Annie's mac and cheese. That's what it smells like. It smells like the powder.
Bro's drinking of-age milk.
And if you see back here behind those vintage beer cans in those mason
Bro's drinking
jars,
senior
that
milk.
is what I have preserved there.
Retired.
The 1960s milk, which came out of this container over here.
Let's get to it.
All right, let's go get some water. Let's go get a measuring spoon and grab a few of those glasses from up there. All right, everyone. So,
Milk. Ew.
it tells me to use 16 tablespoons with 32 ounces of water.
That's an upsetting unit of measurement for that.
So I'm going to use this
Milk this. Ass? Milk ass?
2 tablespoon just to make it faster. So we need 8 of these, level it says, with 32 ounces, which is the top of this. We'll go get the water in a minute because I don't want to make a mess in here. So I'm going to do the powdered stuff first. I'm going to measure this out. So we're going to put 4 of these in each glass. I'm going to go grab 2 glasses right up above my head.
Imagine when one of them fell on your head. That would be crazy.
So we're going to put 4 of them in each of these, and then we'll divide the water afterwards. Oh,
Very precise.
what is this?
Oh, shit. There's a prize.
I didn't notice that earlier.
There's a prize.
Remember I said there was something, it sounded like there was something
Let's
in
fucking
here?
go.
This is probably what I was hearing when I said it sounded like there was a paper or something in here. All right,
Nice.
back to what we were doing. It came with a spoon.
Oh.
It came with a measuring spoon.
Fuck. Come on.
Packed in there a bit.
It came with a
Here we
prize.
go. It came with a little tiny spoon. All right. I guess we got to use that since it came with one. So that's what we were
That's
hearing.
you gotta use that now.
in
Yeah.
there. I guess that piece of paper was to stop this from hitting the inside and causing rust. 'Cause over
Absolutely.
time, if this was metal on metal, it would have caused rust and it would have caused a weak
Fucking
point.
genius point.
Not that most people were buying this to save it like this. Despite the little bit of chunks in here,
This is a little more
That's not
yellow
gonna
than
be
the
a
other
problem.
one.
So we gotta put 8 in each. Get out of here, fly. I'm trying to make these as level as possible. It's kind of difficult with 3. I even slightly bent the handle just digging in there.
Damn, some thick,
So now
heavy
we're gonna
powder.
preserve the rest of this.
Yeah, you think I like
in
it
a
better than the
mason
60-year-old milk?
It might fit in 4, I think. And I'm gonna write on the top of the mason jars that it's the 1950s milk so we don't get it confused. Although I don't think I would get it confused. The 1960s milk I have over there is pure white. This has like a yellow tint to it for some reason.
Okay, come on. Oh, good, the funnel's coming back out. There's gotta be a better way, bro. Ooh, that's chunky.
Better. Takes longer, but probably better.
Yeah.
It kind
I
of
mean, you're
settled
you're
together,
still
I
just
should say.
flicking
It's
it
not
off to the
sticking
side as you
together,
do
it's
it.
Settling together.
Come on, pack that in there. Come on. So much milk powder. Ew. Ladybugs eating good tonight. Breathing in the milk dust. You think that's harmful?
All right, everyone, over it into the bathroom. Wash my hands off in the water.
Oh, that's brimming.
The
Wow.
reason my basement sink is already...
That was an optical illusion as hell.
All right, everyone, over
Look
to
at
the
the-
bathroom.
For how long
Wash
has
my
that
hands
been
off in the
completely
water.
full?
The reason my basement sink is already filled with water is because sometimes if I'm working in this room and I feel cold, I just fill the sink with hot water, and it actually makes the room feel nice pretty quickly. Then I don't have to turn the whole furnace on just to get one room. We're going to feed this powdered milk to the whirlpool.
Hell yeah. Get that going. Real good nougat? Huh. Isn't nougat like mostly egg? I don't know.
While
I don't
you're
know.
watching
I don't
the
know what it
whirlpool,
is.
I'm going to run in the other room and get those cans.
Okay, absolutely fantastic. Oh, the chunk
Water.
left behind. Oh, we're doing
See
it
that?
again?
Look at the silt. Yeah, I have really hard water in my house coming from the well, and when you let water sit, the minerals settle out of it. There's a lot of silt in my water, and
That's
I kind of like
gross.
how some of these pieces. Look at that. Look how it just
That's pretty
fell
gross.
apart. The whirlpool's kind of breaking it up, and look at this. Boom!
Marshmallow.
As soon as the surface tension breaks, kind of cool.
All right, let's try the fucking milk. Oh my god.
That we can clean the rest of this stuff up afterwards, just in case I do spill
We
it
gotta
again
wrap
during
this
the
up.
mixing process. Lately, today at the of 10.
Jamie's gonna be here. All right. Oh, we got rainbow knives to stir it this time. Cool.
Take milk, still it helps it mix chemicals that stop it from sticking together. How did 30 the 60 the
Oh, he's really working it. He's really working that. Oh my god, there's still so many chunks. It's got to be
stirring
time.
and stirring, and you see right in the middle of both there's a couple chunks. It's just not going away, and I'm not going to keep stirring this.
It is what it
until
is.
It goes away. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a try.
Here we go.
I was going to go ahead and put this one in the refrigerator to see how good it tastes after 2 hours. Just drank this entire thing, and I was going to try putting this one in the refrigerator to see if it tastes any better.
I would have
It did
liked to
taste
see.
better the last time we did an old milk video, but
I would have liked to have seen you
just
drink
drank
it.
that one. Was going to go up to the refrigerator
The
and
hell?
realized the camera didn't record a single thing. So
I knew that
guess
was
I gotta
coming.
drink this one for you guys.
Knew that was coming.
And it tastes perfect. The little chunks you see in there, I swallow them without even
I'm
noticing.
mad we didn't get
I guess
the
they just
initial
dissolve
reaction, but it is what it is.
It is good though. This isn't like a strenuous thing I gotta do. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's
It goes
expired.
down easy.
I'm sure just like these days it would have a best by date. I have big cans of milk here in my basement. They don't expire for 30 years. So
Wow. Oh, he's just chugging the whole thing right now. Ladybug flying by. He said that's a ladybug
good.
flying by. They're hyped about the dry milk powder. They're getting all worked up.
well, I'm probably the only person who has chugged 4 cups of milk in 5 minutes from the 1950s
Yep.
these days.
Yep. First person, definitely.
Well, that was really good. And I plan on making another video actually right now.
You're a scientific anomaly.
I'm going to put it in a
There's
separate
no
video. We're gonna
there's
make a
no research on what's going to happen now.
milkshake. I have a little packet to make milkshakes from the 1950s, and that'll be my next video, whether or not it came out really good or not. Yeah, when I put these things down in the dishwasher, look at the residue left behind. You see, this is why we use emulsifiers these days. You see that? Just thousands of granules. It just never truly mixed in. So I'm
Damn.
going to have to, for my next video, make up another one of those glasses. We only need half of it, actually. We only need 2 cups, not 4 cups.
He's talking about how the next video is he's gonna use that dry milk powder that's 72 years old and mix it with an equally old packet of like milkshake powder to make a 1950s milkshake.
So right here is what we got.
Oh my god.
This is also from
Imitation
the 1950s,
vanilla
so
flavor.
it's perfect to use this milk. I'm so happy this milk held up, so we could also make this product right here.
I
Some
wish it
very
was
easy
strawberry.
instructions.
Vanilla
And now
feels
this
kind of
was
lame.
held- this was stored somewhere good for a paper package to hold up.
All right, we're gonna have to get to that next time. If people want more New England wildlife and more. All right, let me wrap this up.